By far the worst issue is the side mirror. This was done once, but they put a massive gash in the paint.
Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about the PPF. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know by now that I do have a full car XPEL Stealth on the Model Y. It's a white car, so it's comes through as a matte white or matte pearl white. The most important thing to talk about with PPF or paint protection film is making sure you get a very good installer. It's a lot of money, and the product is the same basically anywhere you go. If it's XPEL or SunTech, there's a bunch of different brands, but it's basically the same product everywhere you go. So the product is the exact same. What really matters is the installer, because it can make a huge difference between a great looking car and a not so great looking car. Today I'm meeting up with a friend that I met through the Tesla community online, and he and I got our cars about the same time. He got the multi-coat red paint, and he decided to do Stealth PPF as well. And just because we both got our cars at basically the same time, we both were getting XPEL Stealth, we ended up meeting up and you know, saying hello to each other. So his experience has been a lot different than mine with the PPF. We did not go to the same installer. I'm overall very pleased with my PPF that they did. It's not perfect, but it's very, very good. He, on the other hand, did not have a good experience, and that's what we're gonna show you today. He is a super, super nice guy. I mean, just really just soft-spoken, kind, polite guy. I mean, he wouldn't say shit if he had a mouthful of it. He's had an experience, let's just say, you know, an ongoing experience. You guys know I've had my car now for almost 6 months, so he's been going through this for that long. I'm not gonna share the place where he got it done because he's still working with them and still wants to give them the opportunity to make it right. But he has agreed to let me just take some pictures of the car so I can share with you guys how important it is to make sure that you do your due diligence when you're finding a PPF installer. This is north of $5,000 to do, and when you're investing that much money, you need to know you're gonna get a good quality job at the end of it. So most of my viewers are from the US. This is not in the US. I'll tell you that much. That takes care of 70% of you watching. It didn't happen in Europe. It happened in Canada. I think we all know that it happened in Canada, but I'm not gonna go any farther than that. Right now I'm heading to a supercharger where we're gonna meet up and take a look at the cars. Okay, so just arrived at the supercharger. Here's my car, and then as I said, he got his in the red. Looks totally sick at first glance. The matte red, the Stealth looks super, super nice. So what we decided we'd do is we're gonna just go over the cars and we're gonna compare them, different spots, parts he's not too happy with, and parts that he is happy with. If there are any, I don't know, we'll see. As you know, it was done by 2 different installers. So we're just gonna kick it off here. So
We'll start here and we'll kind of start moving around the car.
Cool.
In general, starting on the front, there are a couple spots that really annoyed me just because there's a lot of dirt underneath the PPF. There's a lot of bugs too, but especially we had a lot of problems area here. This is the second time this has been done. All the creases and cracks, a lot of poorly manually cut lines.
Yeah, and it looks like they went over the sensors too.
Yeah, they went over the sensors. I'm having them redo that. I'm just gonna have them cut the holes out, but I don't know if that's
I can say on mine they did not go over the sensors, whether this here nor there, but yep, that's just to point it out.
And then yeah, all along here, bubbling here, I actually don't, that wasn't there before. A lot of these issues kind of popped up in the last week or two, but
okay.
Got some more bubbling here.
Yeah, some smaller spots
By far the worst issue is the side mirror. This was done once, but they put a massive gash in the paint, so they actually repainted it, put another PPF on it. He actually had someone else come in to do it, but he didn't wait until the paint was fully dried, so this is getting completely replaced now. Wow. I'm just waiting to go in and have him redo it.
Wow. Yeah, you can see a lot of extra.
Yeah, it's all the extra in here too. I don't know if I should have him just cut it a bit shorter or who knows.
Yeah. Okay.
All down here. This was another one. I'll give you an image later. But when they first cut it, they cut all down here.
Oh.
There's a massive piece missing.
Okay, so this is actually the improvement.
Yeah, this is the improved.
Arguably, this is better.
This is better.
Okay.
They still completely redid the car twice.
Hey, you can really
But
see the sensors
Yeah,
here
and
because
also,
they're white.
Another big thing for people who are questioning, because leaving it on the sensors doesn't look better. I had them almost completely stop working in winter. So it just, like, I would go right up to my garage door, Sentry mode, or not Sentry mode, but Summon, all those kind of things just didn't work. It wouldn't stop for my doors.
Right.
I don't know if Smart Summon, like in a parking lot like this, would have issues. I don't know about...
I wouldn't want to test it, that's for
the
sure.
thing, yeah.
All right, and then
Also,
here's the other side mirror.
Yeah, that mirror's a lot better, but it's still getting redone. That's also the second time it's happened. It looked fine for the first 2 or 3 weeks, but then it started to peel. Down here too. This, I guess, kind of like peeled off, and now it's just hitting the door jamb. So I don't know if they're just gonna snip that.
Now, you had issues on the inside too. How did they do with the tint? Remember, you told me you had some water staining on your
that one, I don't
headliner.
Know if like a greenish. I don't really know what the cause of the coloration was, but I guess they just used a lot of water the second time they did it.
So you had the roof tinted further.
No, yeah, the roof was tinted further.
Basically the entire exterior. I mean, there's not a perfect panel of PPF on the car. Is that fair to say? Okay.
There's no perfect panel, and I'm okay with some issues, but a lot of the issues started popping up recently, and this is also warranted for like, what, 10 years, I think?
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah. You said this is supposed to be like a super exciting, happy time, and that's kind of ruining the experience for you, I can tell. Okay, so we just popped the Frunks. It's a good edge to take a look at and compare. As you see on the underside, there's quite a bit of bubbling, which I get that you can't see it, so in one way it's not really a big deal, but this needs to last over time, and that's eventually going to get dirt in it, continue to spread and lift, and then in a year from now it will be a big deal. Here is my being white. It is harder to see, but I can assure you there is no kind of lifting. But something he just pointed out is underneath his PPF, he has visible black spots of dirt where you can see, because we're talking about on a white car, it might be harder to even tell if it's a bad job because of the edge. You can't really tell as much as on his car, which is true. But what you would see right away on the white car is any dirt, a hair, anything trapped underneath the PPF.
Anytime there's any dirt, you're gonna see a massive air bubble.
Right.
So that's gonna be easier to hide on yours, but like red's also a fairly rare color. The second most popular, I think, is black.
That does kind of give it away that there's something.
All these.
Yeah, like this is all just speckled. I'm just looking at the hatch at the back, and just some areas here where it's like, all this is just waiting to peel up and cause a problem. Go down here. Things like that is just ready to come right off, and it will eventually. Yeah, again, on the white, I can't even tell where the line is.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
No.
But I know that there's no bubbling. It's not lifting at all. Right, so I took a bunch of still photos too, so I'll drop those in the video so you can see them. Obviously, there's a clear difference between the quality of the work on my car and the quality of the work on his car. As I said, he's still working through it. He's got the patience of a saint, but he's still working through it with them. All these places drop Instagram posts with super expensive, nice cars, fancy cars. Instagram posts do not equal due diligence. And I have to admit, I did no due diligence. I just got very lucky. Let's be very clear. I called the guy up. He offered me, customers I could call and get referrals. And I said, no, this guy knows what he's doing. And I went for it. And frankly, I got lucky, because looking back and now knowing this story, I would have done a lot more homework. I would have called another customer, and I would have gone to see their car to see how good the job was. Okay, well, so that was a lot. I hope it comes through on the video, just kind of the differences of the quality of those two jobs. The moral of the story here, if you're gonna get PPF done, you're gonna invest that money, invest the time to find a good installer. So that ends this video. Appreciate you all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.